Sáfìní àti lọ àti dé alábòsí ni gbogbo yín. Èwo lẹ lébo ni jẹ́rò yín lọ ṣe bí gbogbo yín dúró sẹ́nu ọ̀nà ni. If you people like, let's not tap. Ẹ wá tún kún sìn. Ẹ má tap o. Ẹ filẹ̀ kó kọ́ máa ṣe ṣeré-ṣeré.
Tap and share, tap and share.
So she keeps tapping, right?
Yes.
People are not really tapping anyway.
I'm tapping. I'm the only one tapping.
Sometimes some people...
I'm tapping.
You alone.
Tapping and sharing.
Because I am tapping, you know, for me to be tapping and it goes off, so it means that it's not just me that needs to tap. And why? Why is it tapping? That, you know, please, Facebook people, I like our wig. Oh, thank you. I bought it from Yeti wig. I bought it from Yeti wig. Yeah, they need to be gift so you can level up. You know, I want stingy people ló wà lórí platform mi jàre. Wo gbé gift wa kó tó fà nìyẹn. That's why I'm always tapping. That's why I'm always tapping. And host and panelists shouldn't tap. Host and panelists shouldn't tap. So they always tell me to tap. Thank you. But they're always telling me to tap. Èmi ò wá mọ̀ what is what or who is who. But they keep telling me to tap. You people should try and be giving gifts then.
Need to tap. Host and panelists need to tap with everybody on the platform.
But she says shouldn't tap. I don't even know if this person, the English this person wrote.
Let me know when you want me to start.
Oh, please go ahead, start. Please go ahead and start. I thought you were gathering momentum now. Start, please. Yeye, when you see the countdown timer, you need to...
Oh my God. Well, when you always come to their trading, in particular, very thank God when Sister Buki Dope Wole, a friend I got to know her. Bye. And the man saw the justice for Mohbad. Bobo, is there one romance with Baba Tensi? Can I have that person's number? Only our home as well. Of Kilikon. Because how many people do around Baba? Buki will send a yoga. I will not to play Baba. African TV, I don't know. And where is Bobo? Different persons on this man, and this man is confused. Let us manage the situation and link everybody together. So that even if it's African TV that is going to be the voice of Baba, all of you will be able to come together. That was what I got to know. Even Ibati Moma wa Babuki Soro was Ibati Baba one name. Don't lose Ulioke, Timodo Pamo. Tade Dowa, Opi Wole. Sister Yela Doman Soro, the man pay you. If I don't call Baba, could the release of Gokon. Over Queen, I got to deal with the around a shima, and that ended it. Until Ibati, Omo Baba lost your door, Yomi and that. So one father for. Over Queen, hello, Greggy. Hello, Bori Yomi and that. Baba ma sọ̀rọ̀ ńbẹ̀ nísìn. Baba ma sọ̀rọ̀. Níbàdàn. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ìgbà wo lọ? Àárọ̀ yìí làwọn jí lọ. Òun ti ń padà bọ̀. Bàbá wà níbàdàn lọ́dọ̀ Oríyọmí Hamzat. Bí mo dẹ̀ ṣe tán fóònù mi nìyẹn ni mo bá dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rí bàbá. Mo wá pe woman ìbàdàn pé why could you do so? Tí ẹ sọ kankan fún mi pẹ̀lú mú bàbá yìí lọ bàbá yìí náà ò pè. So ẹ ti sọ fún bàbá pé kó má pè. Well and good tó bá jẹ́ for the good of justice yẹn. But it would have been better. One or two persons more.
Thank you, Faith, baby.
For 2-3 days. And we spoke, we were like, bye. Then that was But tí bàbá dé ni bàbá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ sórí òkè. That was where and how I started communicating with Buki. Tí Buki bá fẹ́ béèrè kankan nípa bàbá, she will call me or call Mr. Muyiwa. She doesn't like, and even till date, she won't pick her call láti pè bàbá. She won't. But ṣe kálukú àwọn méjèèjì ló ní lọ́wọ́ o. I am not saying wà tí kálukú bá wù òun lè ní máa sọ. And wí síbẹ̀ kà kú síbẹ̀. I can pick out if I can pick out the wrong of a president, who is a mere citizen, that I can't pick out your wrong, I will pick it out and I will say it tí o sì nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. Mi ò ní bá ẹ lórúkọ jẹ́, mi ò ní pè ẹ lórúkọ tó jẹ́. And I will not speak derogatorily against personality or a person. A personality of someone or a person. Mi ò ní bàjẹ́. Tó bá jẹ́ àwọn tá a jọ ń búra wa, a lè búra wa, wọ́n á mọ̀ pé à ń búra wa ni. Yẹ̀yẹ́ náà ni a máa búra wa, ó máa tán. But when we are talking of come and analyze and come and speak about characters, we should be able to be fair on each party. Àwọn méjèèjì ló ní lọ́wọ́. But mo ti máa ń gbọ́ Kudi láti gbà tí Mohbad kìíní kan, and then I was close to Lady Rhyme and Bossman. Bossman were bosom brother and sister to social media brother and sister to Kudi. So Tabati wà ní kọ́ pẹ̀lú Mr. Muyiwa to be speaking will tell Kudi, Yeye Kudi will do this, Yeye Kudi will well, ẹ bá wa sọ fún wọn o, báyìí ni o, kíní báyìí ni o. Well, no wahala. If all everybody is doing is towards justice, tó yẹ pé à ń ṣe tọkàntọkàn, ṣùgbọ́n Bible mi sọ fún mi pé nípa ìwà wọn la ó fi mọ̀ wọn, àti nípa èso wọn. Èso might not come out on the day you started, you go to watch a tree. Èso máa jáde over time. Nípa èso wọn la máa fi dá wọn lẹ́jọ́. Nípa èso kálukú la máa fi dá wọn lẹ́jọ́. And èso kálukú nísìn ó ti ń jáde. Ṣé bí dáadáa la rí? Ṣé kálukú la ti ń rí yìí náà? Èso tèmi náà tí mi ò bá tu èso rere, á pàpà jáde. Tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ rere ni, ó máa jáde. And people will be able to judge me by my fruit. Ìgbà tó dẹ̀ já, a dẹ̀ ń bá lọ. Then there came a day. Tí ẹnìkan, mo forúkọ bù láṣìírí, went to tell Buki, ẹni tájọ wà tá close gan, and we're still close till date. Because me or not, unless you pick yourself as my enemy, Mama. Mama, this person went to Buki, and told her, BJ, Guredi Baba, àti Muyiwa, wọ́n máa ti pín bíi 30 àbí 35 million ní owó kíní justice for Mohbad yìí, tó pín tó ń nà, tó ti pọ́n.
Anyway, let me just pause right there. All right. You see, this justice for Mohbad thing, what I'm about to do today is I'm not coming for Grexy. Grexy is my friend. He has done a lot for justice for Mohbad thing. And, I'm just trying to set the record straight sometime in this audio that I'm playing. And, but before I say something regarding to this, there are some things about this. There is something about regarding to this entire justice for Mohbad. This thing I'm doing today, I've already said it to myself that after we get justice or later after justice, there are some expose that I'm going to say, the good and bad. I can't say that I am 100% right in everything that I've done in justice for Mohbad thing and all that, but there are some, why seeking for justice for Mohbad, there are some things that I personally, that we're actually doing the right thing, but it did not yield to what we are expecting, so which I've learned from it. And of course, we're bound to make a mistake, and we need to learn from it, and I've learned from it. So there are some things that I am just going to keep. There are some things I'm not going to say yet, because it's not yet time for us to bring it out to the limelight and to the light. So regarding to these things that Mr. Gressy is saying here, let me just keep playing. Hold on.
Two of you don't show. Okay, sorry. You're major.
Everyone, can you contribute in any way? Kung farabalẹ̀. So bad bomb come instead of and that character or that attribute ó common láàrin obìnrin. Ọkùnrin sì máa ń gbọ́rọ̀ ó sì máa ọkùnrin lè gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ ní ìsìn kẹjọ jáde kẹjọ ṣeré kẹjọ ṣìkìní kó má sọ ọjọ́ yẹn. Ó fẹ́ verify fúnra rẹ̀ pé sí lóòótọ́.
There's what he's talking about here. You don't want to mention the name of those people that gave that information. All right? Which is a very wrong information. Okay? But like I said, if I should start opening books, everywhere goes scatter. So, this issue is not meant for now. But justice for no.
But when Kudi heard it, with the channel loud,
the thing is that everybody actually wants power, position in this justice for Mohbad. You know, everybody wants position. Everybody is actually fighting their way to the top to get position. There are some people, we get into the money, pay out, what to do, what to meet, what to do, what to go jail. The target of that money issue part is, the target is Mr. Muyiwa. To mess Mr. Muyiwa up. They call him Oli, they ought to go jail. But let me just pause because I don't want to say things I don't want to say right here. You know?
Baba, Oleni, Wadosi, Chekiniko, Mugobai, Kusendole, nobody, need that to pay now. Because what boy, if you call her, she will still do show on that call. That's her person. Ó ṣe lẹ́kìnní ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì tó máa ṣe kó tó ṣe ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ó lọ ṣe ní àárọ̀ bóyá gbà tí Kudi rí pé Bukky ti ń tà sí bàbá Lady Ryan Bossman with Muyiwa we held a call that fateful day. It was overnight, a long call. We were talking on what do we do to this justice, trying to speak. Okay, Owani Baba, one allegedly by no working. Okay, Baba, my platform Melaro, you will come and debunk all lies against you and explain to the public on my platform. Baba Mawa, àti Mr. Muyiwa ní I can't call pé Baba should go pé tí Baba bá lọ kò pẹ́ kó tó di pé Kudi tán láìpẹ́ láàárọ̀ kí ni kọ́ yẹn I think we ended it around 4:30 láti alẹ́ it was a lengthy one ìgbà tó máa di àárọ̀ ni Bukky tún gbé ó tún tọ́nà sí loud ló tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ̀rọ̀ sí bàbá the public want to see the statement of account the public want to ẹ jẹ́ ká rí gbogbo owó tẹ̀ sí náà ẹ jẹ́ ká rí kinní yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká rí kinní kan he insulted bàbá on that very day bàbá yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ké orí bàbá pé èmi tí mi yọ.
All right. On my best, okay. Now, what I want to say in this is this recording is a lengthy one. All right. That very day, after they called Baba Mohbad, they are stolen money from their accounts. Myself, Mr. Muyiwa, and Lady Rain were on the call. That was before we even added Gressy into the conversation. Baba Mohbad was actually sleeping that night. I guess Yeye Kudi, you were also in bed sleeping too, right? Yeye, are you there? Can you hear
I'm
me?
listening. Mo wà lórí bí. Okay.
All right. You were also sleeping. So it was myself, Muyiwa, and Lady Ring that we were on the three-way call before we added others to it. And we were on the call due to the fact that they accused Baba Mohbad that he has stolen money. Baba Mohbad and Muyiwa that he has stolen money in the access accounts. So, of course, we know that that is going to cause a lot of impact on Baba Mohbad. And then Mr. Muyiwa was really worried. He was sad. Very, very, very weak and sad. You get into all this thing going on. And then Ina said that they would like to come to Yeye Kudi's platform to clear the air. That if I could call Yeye Kudi to be part of this conversation, I was one that actually added Yeye Kudi to that conversation. And Yeye Kudi was sleeping. I mean, you were in bed sleeping that very night.
That's right.
All right. So it's making 4 people on the 4-way call now. Myself, Mr. Muyiwa, Lady Rain, and Yeye Kudi. So we were like, Yeye Kudi, we were trying to come, because Mr. Muyiwa was really worried, that we were trying to come to your platform to address the matter arising at that time that Watukowoje, and in fact, I was the one that insisted that you, Baba, must tender a statement of accounts. Because they've actually accused you of stealing public funds, and you must tender a statement of accounts to show to the world that the money is still intact. I bet you go with them only know. So, and the reason why Goretti was added to that call, like I said, Goretti, before this live went off and came back up again, like I said, this audio is not to drag you, is not to make you feel a type of way. I stumbled on this audio and I listened to the all what you said, and there are some part of things that you said that I'm not going to say you're lying. I would say that is not true. You know, it's not true at all. And I'm trying to just clear the hair, you know, because I'm still going to play as we go. So when Yeye Kudi was added to the call, the call, we were on the phone for almost 5 hours, more than 5 hours, from 11 p.m. my time to like 5 a.m. their time over there. Yeye Kudi was sleeping that very night, and Baba Mohbad as well. So we had to wake Baba Mohbad up to have this conversation, because Baba Mohbad, you can hear from Goretti that Baba was crying. He said he was crying, and then because he was confused. So the reason why Yeye Kudi was called upon that very night was that we want to come to your platform, Yeye Kudi. They've accused us that we stolen money. So to clear the hair, we would love to come to your platform to speak our own truth. All right? That was how it got Yeye Kudi involved. So let me continue to play.
The part that is not true is that Gurexi said, I heard Buki talking. Meanwhile, I did not hear Buki talking. That's what Gurexi said. He made it, listen to him. He said, Goody heard and said they should come to her platform. That was the emphasis. Meanwhile, I didn't hear it. Me ogbo.
You said that in the second one I'm about to play now.
Okay, yes. Because somebody is asking a question. So which part is not true? Let us know. He made it look like I was the one that came calling them to come to my platform. So Oto Beni, because Oto Beni, so I had to like, okay. Woman Jimmy Loju Oromani.
Bossman, one thing Mr. Muyiwa, I can't complain. Move soon. Because time here, abe aro one be by me, urulu bosilong. But then you le ma rojo, ni bito mo asiyawo sun. I don't, she might have her own excuse. And I volunteer, please, tell Yeye Kudi, at least we spoke overnight. Let me, in order to hear a message from Baba, let me come and speak to your audience. And when you are also, one batter, we could say, life near. She now put a call through to me. And no matter what you're doing that day today, that was the first encounter I had with that woman. What we was it was so cool, what we were
Exactly, go sorry.
Salile. Great ilun sọ̀rọ̀ kini ta ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ who is that bàbá ni mo ní kó wá sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá ni mo fẹ́ gbóhùn ẹ̀ kini kan àì má bínú bàbá mental health ti bàbá ò stable for now. Wọ́n ṣe tí ìjẹ̀ nìyẹn pé mo ní bàbá ya wèrè. If you can remember, bí ò ní parọ́ tí bá parọ́ mọ́ yàn kọ́lọ́ òbí rẹ̀ on anything. It's going to be a bit long, but ẹ máa follow sequence yẹn. Now, bí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, bí Kudi ṣe humiliate me.
Can you up the music, please?
So, Yeye, did you ever say Baba Mohbad Yahweh?
Àwọn audience sitting sorrow. Shandy, you were there, thank God. Yeye did not say that.
That Baba Mohbad Yahweh. Yeye Kudi never mentioned that statement.
Mental breakdown, look.
Okay, now let me before he got to where he is now, let me just narrate what happened in the back room. So, like I said, I've already given out how Yeye Kudi was added to that conversation. Yeye Kudi was added to the conversation because Mr. Muyiwa wanted Baba Mohbad to come to Yeye Kudi's platform to say their own truth. All right. So that is why they woke Yeye Kudi up from sleep for that, and we were on the phone for a long period of time. And then they added Baba Mohbad to the call. That was after. No, it was Mr. When we tried to add Baba Mohbad, it wasn't picking up, so we called Mr. Goretti. That was when Mr. Goretti was added to that conversation. Then we've been calling Baba Mohbad, it's not picking up. Yeah, you tried Mr. Baba Mohbad, and then Baba Mohbad was already sleeping. So Baba Mohbad joined the conversation, making 6 people on that call. Myself, Muyiwa, Lady Rain, Yeye Kudi, Mr. Goretti, and Baba Mohbad was the last person on the line that very day. So, Baba Mohbad, did you accuse me? The man was really depressed. Really, really depressed. Like, according to what my friend Goretti said, he said Baba Mohbad was crying. The same thing goes to Mr. Muyiwa. He was really down. All right? The access accounts, and I'm going to say it here today, the access accounts, I was the brain behind the access accounts of Baba Mohbad that they opened. And why did we open the access account? The Wema bank account, everybody all over the world was putting money in the Wema bank account. And Baba Mohbad does not know at that time. So there was a little bit of confusion into all these things. Because some people were believing that people were peddling rumors that they've given Baba Mohbad 50 million. And there are some times that we asked some people around Baba Mohbad. At that time, we're asking Baba Mohbad, when there is a need for us to do some things, Baba Mohbad, okay, can you bring out about 50,000 or 20,000 or 10,000 from your account and blah, 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 blah. We said that he doesn't have money, he doesn't have money. But people all over the world are giving you money and all stuff like that. So I was in a group before. We broke up from that group, and then that was where I met Goretti. Goretti was one of those people that I met in that group. So, and then I was like, instead of opening the GoFundMe and all stuff like that, we need to open a separate account to separate from, earlier it was going to be strictly for justice for Mohbad. So Baba Mohbad, so the Wema Bank becomes the personal account of Baba Mohbad, and the access account became became the account for justice for Mohbad. Any money that goes into that account is not meant for spending; it's now for justice for Mohbad. That was the reason why that's how the account came about. I guess Baba Mohbad was at Olorio. It was in a camp. Okay, they call it okay. It was in a camp. We had to call Baba Mohbad to come to Lagos to come and open that account. In fact, we were insisting, myself, everybody insisting in the group that there must be 4 signatories in that account, and Baba Mohbad, Mr. Muyiwa must be part of it, and the other 2 people must be part of it. But we couldn't open account for 4. We couldn't have 4 signatories to the account, so we said, okay, we settled for 2. That Mr. Muyiwa, you must be part of the signatory of this account. Mr. Muyiwa said, no, that he doesn't want to do anything with money or public money. No, he doesn't want anything to do with public funds. That doesn't want to be part of it because he doesn't want public problems. So he agreed. We begged him that you must be part of it too. Baba Mohbad, your brother, and blah, 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 blah. You must be part of it. So
Amen.
he succumbed that, okay, he was going to do that.
Amen.
So, and when the account got opened, everything was fine. Other than paying account to all bloggers, to that's the new account, people should need to put money in there. And that's how the whole thing came about. Now, we never knew that Mr. Muyiwa did not put his name as a signatory to that account until when they were accused that they stole money. So if they did not accuse them that they stole money, we wouldn't have ever believed that Mr. Muyiwa was not a signatory of that account. So it was due to the fact that they printed statement. I still have the statement of account of that time. I still have it right here with me. I keep records of everything. So when they came up with a statement of account, we now found out that Mr. Muyiwa, I was not happy with Mr. Muyiwa that we all agreed that you should be a signatory to that account so that we should be able to monitor the account. But Baba Mohbad was the only sole signatory to that account. So Mr. Muyiwa Kowoje, how can Mr. Muyiwa Kowoje? And the issue of Kowoje, the target was for Mr. Muyiwa. If truly the Kowoje is to mess Mr. Muyiwa up so that Mr. Muyiwa can actually leave and other people can take the position of Muyiwa. And that was just the way it is. So that morning, after we had the meeting, we added Baba Mohbad and Goretti, and then I brought the idea that, can you tender us the statement of account? I first asked Mr. Muyiwa, can we get the statement of account? He couldn't say anything. So he added Baba Mohbad. Baba Mohbad, so while we were on the phone, we were telling Baba Mohbad, can you go to the bank, get the statement of account, and send it to me? I said, no, Mr. Muyiwa, what do you mean? You are not the signatory to that account. You should have access to the account. Account here, and you can actually get a statement of account online. They would give it to you. But it was like asking Baba Mohbad to present all that. So I started suspecting that it's like something is not pure right there. But later we got to know that Mr. Muyiwa was never a signatory to that account. Thank God that he was not even a signatory to the account. That has actually saved his head. And the next morning, we all agreed, that night, we all agreed that in the morning, we're all going to emerge on the Kudi's platform, the Courtroom, and then they would do the needful. So, early in the morning, because we had night, I was sleeping in my own time, my own side of the world. I was sleeping at that time. They were already waking up in Nigeria and whatever. I guess Kudi was doing
business time,
morning show for your clothes. I'll be on the line and
business
all
time,
like
business
so
time.
Mr. Muyiwa and Miss Lady Rain have already spoken with Mr. Goretti, with Kudi at that time, early in the morning.
No, they didn't speak to me. Oh, they didn't.
No, I was not. Okay, maybe you were not there.
No.
Mr.
I wasn't
Muyiwa,
part of the discussion, please.
Mr. Muyiwa,
I slept off.
Mr.
Yeah, I
I've
wasn't
already
there.
had a call. And still at that time, the conversation, according to what Lady Rain told me, that they still agree that they're still going to come to your platform. All right. So by the time I woke up and I connected Lady Rain, she told me that they've already spoken and they still agreed. So later, I was watching you on my own device that you were doing your morning time. Is it morning time?
Business time. I came out earlier because Baba will be coming to the platform at 2 o'clock. So I came out
that was
early.
The plan. So we all stick to the plan. You couldn't stick to the plan. There was no communication. What actually happened there was just a communication error. So you couldn't stick to the plan that okay, on your board they will come and do some expose and all stuff like that. So suddenly, very close by, Gracie just called. I don't think Baba Mohbad will want to come again. This and this and this and that. I said, come, what are you talking about? Baba Mohbad will not come again. While we were still doing stuff behind the closed door, you couldn't finish your program. And the next thing, 30 minutes after, you started
I went
Justice
to
for Mohbad.
Yeah, Justice for Mohbad.
All right?
I went to that side.
Why would Baba Mohbad not come to the platform?
Me, I didn't know. I was doing my own justice for saying that Baba is coming to explain.
It was like, it's not going to look fair. So what are you going to say? The next thing, I just go into my device. I saw that Yeye has already started Justice for Mohbad. I said, come, Yeye is already talking online. And there, I was like, I turned the speaker off for him to be hearing Yeye behind the scene. That, see, he's already saying Baba Mohbad is coming. Everybody's already expecting Baba Mohbad to be online, to be listening. Everybody all over the world, even the other people on the other side, they're already tuning to come to hear Baba Mohbad's story because Yeye has already announced that. And I said, so Mr. Directly, it's not going to look funny if Baba Mohbad did not show up according to plan. Because I know Baba Mohbad is not going to show up. Why is Muyiwa? Muyiwa was hiding because they were scared that if they come to Yeye Kudi's platform to talk, it will trigger another miser for the other party. So I was like, this is not going to be nice at all. How are you going to tell Yeye Kudi? Don't forget, Yeye Kudi was already on live. Yeye Kudi has already announced to the public that Baba Mohbad was already coming. In fact, it got to a point while we were still talking there, Yeye Kudi called me. And I was saying, Yeye Kudi is calling me right now. What are you going to say to her? Because, of course, she's not going to be happy with that. And the whole world is already waiting. What are we going to say? What are we going to say? What are we going to say? We just say Baba Mohbad has a mental breakdown. I said, I am out of it. I am not going to be the one to say that because I understand that that's going to sound somehow to Yeye Kudi, and Yeye Kudi is going to react in the public, in the air. So we're going to go. Lady Ryan declined. But Mr. Grady said, here we go and talk. That day, that night that we had a conversation was the first time that Mr. Geresi was going to be on the call with Yeye Kudi. So Yeye Kudi did not know who Geresi was at that time. What I'm saying today is nothing but the truth. I am not siding Yeye Kudi, but I'm just saying the way it is. Like I said, Geresi is my friend. I have no issue with Geresi. I have a lot of respect for him, and I'm just saying the way. But there are some things I'm going to hold back, just for peace to reign. And so Geresi decided that he was going to go and talk to inform the world that Baba Mohbad is not going to be available. I said, okay, go ahead and talk. And then because Yeye Kudi was expecting to hear Baba Mohbad that very day. She was expecting to hear Baba Mohbad or Mr. Muyiwa according to the way we planned it, because that day we had a sleepless night. That very night. It's a sleepless night that we had. So how come that at the time minute that they're supposed to show up, Baba Mohbad was nowhere to be found? And then Geresi came up, and Yeye Kudi was highly disappointed to hear that it was Geresi that was talking. And we're talking because he did not even recognize the voice of Geresi. She's just thinking that was going to be the second time Yeye Kudi was going to be hearing that voice of Geresi. So she was like, "Boss man, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Talon sorry. I said, Geresi, Mr. Geresi. Who is Mr. Geresi? And it was like, Baba Mohbad's PA, I'm sorry, Baba Mohbad is not going to be coming today. He has a mental breakdown. Yeye Kudi hearing that any human being, and I'm saying it again. So, just let me pause right there. Let me continue because before I say what I want to say, I want them to hear the expression of Mr. Director.
Yeye, could you tap your screen, please?
If you can remember anything. Wow. It's gonna be a bit long, but Emma follow the sequence here. Now, people Kudi say humiliate me to embarrass me out of a platform. Lójú ayé ní gbogbo ní on the world page. I felt like, well, if this is the sacrifice, first time my wife expose and embarrass on social media here, I took it as compliment. Later, ó dàbí ẹ̀kọ́ sí lọ ẹ̀kọ́ kìíní lọ tó bá jẹ́ báyìí lẹ́jọ́ fẹ́ máa ṣe kíní kan whoever that have access to her past life show kó lọ wò now ó ṣá drop mi ṣá later wọ́n pè bọ́ọ̀sì wọn pé ṣé ìgò tí Kudi ṣe ìṣòdà wọn ni kì í má wọrí àwọn máa ṣe kíní kan that was his side yẹn. Booking, also fire Baba for the third time. But if Batoma Waya, that was, I think that it was on Saturday morning. Batoma be a rock movie. Minister Muyiwa ti sọ pé kí bàbá lọ print the state of account yẹn. But then, Baba ti yọ £1 nínú owó.
Ẹjọ́ máa bí ẹ̀kọ́ ní búkì jáde olórí ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá ọ̀tá.
Ẹ̀mejì.
Òun ni ẹ mọ àwọn tí pàpà yẹn ló máa ń play fídíò yẹn nìkan ní bí ṣe ẹ rántí fídíò tí pàpà yẹn ló máa ń repeat tó ń sọ di music live.
I think ẹ̀mejì ni ẹ má wọlé.
ẹ̀kan ní ẹ̀mí fake ẹ̀kan ní.
Ẹ má wọlé ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ni bàbá fi wà disturbed. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ni bàbá fi wà disturbed ó lè má jẹ́ mẹ́ta. Bọ̀ kí ni ìwà mú bàbá yẹn Mr. Muyiwa wá ní bàbá ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ lọ print the state of account wa. Only we pay yọ £1 ní owó yìí and Baba went to print the statement of accounts for the first time. Wọ́n tó tún gbà yẹn kí bàbá tó print statement of accounts. I think people had already spoken and then nǹkan tó mú mi fọ́ fún búkì yẹn. Ẹni sùúrù kò sẹ́ni tí ò lè ṣe mistake láyé. Mo fọ́ fún tó jẹ́ pé a máa ń jà o. A lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ fún 2 months alálàlálá tó bá ti yá a lè sọ̀rọ̀ ó lè pè ní ọ̀tún ìpè. Náà wọ́n tí mo fi fọ́ fún ní pé nígbà tó bá ṣe kiri yẹn tí bàbá wa máa print statement account ó ní kó má wọrí mọ́ ó ní kí bàbá má bínú. Cherry voice note tí Bukky fi bẹ bàbá ó lé ní 5 comprehensively tó ń gbéra ìṣépè tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé kó má bínú. Ẹ̀tọ́ torí Ọlọ́run kò sọ ní tí ò lè ṣe mistake ẹni yìí realize pé and ó dẹ̀ sọ fún bàbá pé ẹ wá sẹ̀ owó oúnjẹ tí mo ní màá máa fún yín kò ní dúró ìjà ẹgbẹ́ tẹ̀mí o ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀bẹ̀ mi o owó oúnjẹ tí mo ní màá máa fún yín kò ní dúró wọ́n sì máa fún yín ṣe bó ṣe voice note jẹ́ pé tóun òun ò jẹ́ lẹ́ni tó lè pe bàbá. Voice note yẹn gan wọ́n jẹ́ ń sẹ̀dẹ̀ sí bàbá ó sẹ̀dẹ̀ sí Mr. Muyiwa. Ìgbà yẹn ni mo ṣe fọ́ fún mà yẹn pé so you could bring yourself down to this level láti rí i pé o ṣe common capital o wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bẹ̀bẹ̀ tó wá ń fira ẹ̀ ṣeré tó wá ń fira ẹ̀ ṣe pé láyé àti láyé mi ò ní tíráàtì yín mọ́. Láyé mi àti láyé mi ní sọ burúkú ń pa yín mọ́. That was how Bukky got my mind. Ìfẹ́ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Bàbá ò bá sọ̀rọ̀, bàbá ò pé, bàbá ń wò. Booking náà kò ní that eagerness láti ó kàn máa pè ṣé àlàáfíà bàbá wa ẹ bá lè bá mi kí wọn ẹ bá mi kí wọn and he was doing a show nobody knew what was going on. Ó di ìgbà tó yá ó di pé àṣàǹbà lọ another thing tí Kudi ti kọ́ mi tó ti ní encounter tí bí tálẹ̀ jẹ́ tó ti high first one ó mú dání kò mọ health situation kò ló health situation àti air condition bàbá yẹn ó mú yẹn dání as a negative punch sí bàbá. I am not trying to say anyone is better but iṣẹ́ kálukú lórí justice for Mohbad òun lèmi máa fi bá rí léèkì èmi ò ní bá èmi mo máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé tá a bá gba justice yìí even bàbá Mohbad kó padà gbé kó mọ̀ mí mọ́ ni kó mọ̀ mí rí ni tí wọ́n bá ti sọ pé yes wọ́n ti mú ẹni tó ṣe kíní yìí o ọ ẹni báyìí ló ṣe o tí mo wà convinced wọ́n wù yín kẹ́ ẹ fún lẹ́gbàá wọ́n wù yín kẹ́ ẹ sọ pé ó yá wọ́n ní yàrá yẹn fúnjọ́ méjì wọ́n wù yín kẹ́ ẹ ní kíní kan kò kàn mí òfin ló ní ìdájọ́ ti tèmi ní pé agbọ́dọ̀ I want to see the person who is culpable for this serious crime.
Ẹjọ́ ibi tí tó sọ yẹn kò yé mi o ibi tí Gúrẹ́sì sọ pé mo ò mọ health point bàbá kò yé mi.
We will talk about it.
Okay, because kò yé mi.
Appearing on Kudi. It's booking on. We are bad here, speaking about kìnìkan. Well, I shall follow our no, I'll follow be màálù. Agbọ́lọ́sì. Well, àwọn tó bá máa fún any information, wọ́n fún information kò ṣe àwọn tó máa fún bí ní information, wọ́n fún bí ní information. Èmi ò ever because tí Kudi bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ á ní bàbá blogger. Ṣẹ́rí Bukky ó ní nǹkan kan tí wọ́n mọ̀. Bukky doesn't look for information. She will not call you for information. Ó máa pè é gan fún clarification ni. And I've never called Bukky and told Bukky pé ẹni báyìí bá ní power bu àbí ẹni nǹkan báyìí ló wà lẹ̀. Nobody has ever done that. Nobody has ever done that. I was surprised pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ṣe pẹ̀lú ìyá Mohbad without anybody's knowledge. Kìí ṣe pé mi ò mọ wúwa yẹn náà. Kìí ṣe pé mi ò mọ ẹni tó ṣe kí ni yẹn náà. But that Bukky could get all those things without anybody getting involved. Bàbá ò mọ̀, èmi wọn, kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀, òṣìṣẹ́ àwọn nǹkan tó máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. She knows where àtàjọ máa sọ̀rọ̀ mi màá ní bàbá ṣé Bukky pé yìí ni. Wọ́n ní kò pé àwọn pẹ́, òun ló mọ̀ bí tó ti gbọ́ sá. Now, going back to it, I'm trying to at the same time clear myself. Mi ò ever pe blogger kankan ní pé bá wa bú ẹni báyìí. Or bá mi ṣe báyìí fẹ́ni báyìí. Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́. Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́. Because ṣé ẹni ẹjẹ́ sọ secret bloggers fún yín, àwọn bloggers yẹn. Don't tell them anything. Because whatever you tell them, tẹ́ bá jọ ọjọ́ rẹ̀, tẹ́ bá jọ rẹ́rìn. If I lo 10-15 years, tẹ́ bá wọn jà, àbí tí nǹkan kan bá cross the path yín, they will come back and use it against you. So anybody that is relating to a blogger whatsoever, be careful. Be careful. More of it is their style of profession, their style of operation. Tọ́ba ti jà nǹkan tó ní lọ́wọ́ wọn lọ́mọ gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe tó rò pé ẹjọ́ ṣe òun lọ́mọ máa jù rẹ̀. It is their style. That is why at times I'm not bothered when they try to expose certain things or to say for years. I'm not bothered. But nítorí àwọn ọmọ wọn àbí nítorí àwọn new generation, there are some things that doesn't worth it. To me, I'm not a moralist, but at least some level of decency in your word of my display platform here more.
All right, very quick. All right, here. Like I said, Guresi, you're my friend. I'm not here to drag you. I'm just trying to. There are some, like I said, few things that you said that is not really correct. That very day, you said, according to what we played just now, you said the Kudi, Kudi ever uttered that word, in that video. I stand to be corrected, though. Like I said, I'm carefully minding my utterances. All right, because like I said, I'm not going to use any derogatory words and all stuff like that. You're my friend now, you're my buddy. So, you know, is there anywhere that Yeye Kudi said Baba Mohbad to Yahweh? You see, sometimes when you want to call dragging, this thing that they call dragging, way back, when it comes to Facebook, whatever, fracas or dragging, I can be one of them as well too. But this justice for Mohbad is not for fracas. It's for us to seek for justice for Mohbad. When you want to drag people based on the truth. Don't hard to it. Don't ficken. Do not fabricate lies. But for the first time in this justice for Mohbad thing, because you want to drag someone, you will fabricate lies and lies upon lies against someone that you're having issues with. Like I said, I stand to be corrected. Is there anywhere Yeye Kudi said Baba Mohbad to Yahweh? If you have it, please throw it out. Yeah, I know you and Yeye Kudi, you have your own issues. I chose not to be part of it. But what this story that you are giving, I know it from the beginning to the end. I even know more than you. Because the beginning of that conversation, you were not part of that conversation. We added you to that conversation that very day, that when we said that Yeye Kudi was coming up to the program. So you did not know the beginning of it. You know that I was the one that actually told Baba. In fact, when I was told Baba Mohbad to go and print it, Mr. Muyiwa, that they need to go and tender statement of account, so they've accused you that you've stolen money. This is the public funds, and you need to tender a proof that you've not touched that money. I mean, especially when you told me, I asked you, did you touch that money? You said no. I said, okay. Can you tender a proof of it? You could just remember if it's about right or wrong, you can always correct me. All right? But what I'm trying to say in essence is that Baba Mohbad, when he said that I'm okay, it'll be proof, Daddy. It's not Mr. Muyiwa's idea that Baba Mohbad should. In fact, when I said they should bring, said that you were the one against that. You were saying no, that we don't need to bring any proof. I said no. He said no. So you must tender that proof. Go and print the statement of account and let the world to see. Like I said, the statement of account that was printed out that day, I still have a copy of it. The statement of account of the assets account was printed twice. One, that very day, when the Baba Mohbad was accused of stealing money and Mr. Muyiwa was accused, they were both accused of stealing money from the account. And the second account was when they claimed, some set of people claimed that Baba Mohbad, the Kowoje, that was around January, February, March, April, May, when there was a structure group and a management group. And before Mr. Muyiwa left both groups, he sent another statement of accounts into the group. And so back to the matter arising. Mr. Muyiwa sent the statement of account. I have a copy. You still have a copy with you?
Yes.
Yeah, Lady Anna has a copy. And I said, okay, we vent it and we saw that, whatever, because Mr. Muyiwa said there were some donors that did not want their name to be appeared, to show in the public. So we have to use stippers to shade their names. Only the figures and every other details were up there. The money intact. And all stuff like that. So, and when Mr. Gressy came up to announce that Baba Mohbad is not coming up, just imagine, put yourself in that situation. You are already prepared. You have a sleepless night. You all agree that we're going to come live. We're up there waiting. Audience are already there waiting, expecting Baba Mohbad to come live. And then you came up instead of Baba Mohbad to say, and Mr. Muyiwa too. Do you know why Mr. Muyiwa did not show up that day? He also saved his own head. He did not know how to come and face it. You could that pay a change of plans. So Mr. Gressy said, well, he was going to come. Yeye did not know all these things. All what happened under the whole thing. Yeye did not happen. And we could not reach out to Yeye because Yeye was already live. She's already streaming live, and people were already waiting. So I played it to Mr. Goreshi. He said he was going to go to Yeye Kudi anyway, and then I put him on the call. So when Yeye Kudi called, he said, Baba Mohbad there, he said, Baba Mohbad. I said, no, but somebody is there. And that was Mr. Goreshi. And when Mr. Goreshi spoke, Yeye Kudi was like, who is this? He was expecting Baba Mohbad's voice, and then it was Goreshi that was talking. And Goreshi said, Baba Mohbad is no longer coming. He's not going to show up today. Now, it's what happened on your own side that you saw. You do not know what happened on the live. And you do not know the aftermath of what you did. That stuff that happened that Baba Mohbad did not show up. Now, I want to tell you something that you did not know, and I'm actually here saying this thing on Yeye Kudi's side, on my own side of what happened after that day. In fact, immediately, when you said Baba Mohbad was not going to come up, that Baba Mohbad has mental problems. Don't forget, Yeye Kudi was not part when you don't know what was going on behind the scene. You were on the live stream. Yeye Kudi was on the live stream, and you called into the show to give that, of course, Yeye Kudi was disappointed, and of course, there's going to be a reaction. That was Yeye Kudi's reaction to the fact that Baba Mohbad, that he was expecting to come on the live. You came to give her a story that Baba Mohbad has a mental breakdown. When? Is that what part of our agreement? That also made the Yeye Kudi to look stupid. You do not know that, right? Do you know they dragged the Yeye Kudi almost immediately in all platforms on Facebook, on TikTok? That Baba Mohbad took the Yeye Kudi on handicap. Go and check. On the other side, they dragged the Yeye Kudi for that now. It's over there. It's all over the social media. That very day, they abused the Yeye Kudi. Yeye Kudi trended all because of that little mistake. So when Yeye Kudi got, of course, what Yeye Kudi did, it was reaction of disappointment. Of course, Yeye Kudi reacted to Hugh, and that did not go down well with you. All right, in the live, in the whole
because I said, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, can I just repeat what I said? He wanted to talk. I said, no, you can't talk here. Leave. I don't want to hear you talk on this platform. That he wanted to talk, and I don't know what he wanted to say to the audience. I said, no, because I wasn't expecting him. You understand? Yeah. And apparently, I had only spoken to him once, and that was that day. And that's the only day I've spoken to him on the phone. That was that day, that overnight, you know, when he was joined to the call, because we couldn't get Baba, because they wanted, Mr. Muyiwa was the one that suggested, because you people called me to join the phone, and I was sleeping, and you told me what was happening, and I said, okay, and you said they said they were going to come to my platform to come and show people the statement of account that Baba Kokowo Je. Do you understand? That was when I realized that, okay, Baba was blocked, or they've lied to someone that Baba stole money. Do you get it? So he now coming to want to talk on the platform. I didn't think it was necessary. I was angry. And like you rightly said, I was angry, but I never called Baba Were. That's a lie. That's not true.
Yeye Kudi never said. If you have a copy, you see, like I said,
that is a lie.
People, drag them based on what they did. I personally know that you and Yeye Kudi, you guys have your own issues. All right? This is what we're talking about is the beginning of the issue that you have with Yeye Kudi, or Yeye Kudi have with you. You were angry that what Yeye Kudi did to you, the way Yeye Kudi walked you out of the show that very day. I accept that. Okay? I accept that. But I also want you to understand that Yeye Kudi was also not expecting that surprise that you guys brought to the live stream. All right? Because we did not follow according to the agreement that we had. Because she had a sleepless night. She couldn't sleep now. All because of this. And then on the live stream, you said Baba Mohbad is no longer coming. And then you gave an excuse that Baba Mohbad has a mental breakdown. Yeye Kudi was angry. Of course, he was furious that day. I knew that she was going to react. That was the reason why Mr. Muyiwa did not come that very day. That is why Lady Ryan refused to talk that very day. That was the reason why myself chose not to be the one to break that news to Yeye Kudi. Because I know that she was already live stream. No matter how she's going to react, everybody's going to see. You chose to go ahead and do it, and then Yeye Kudi give you the that's how she react. And like I said, if you were to be on Yeye Kudi's shoe, you will have reacted in the same way. It's a normal. I know. I'm not saying that you were not BS. Of course, you were BS out of the whole platform that very day. Understand? But You could have reacted. But do you know that after you left, after the Yekudi ended the show, Yekudi was dragged all over the whole social media. The people that were supporting with me, they dragged the Yekudi. They did a show. They were using Yekudi to laugh now. You're not aware of that? All because of Baba Mohbad was not, did not show up that very day. If you were to be the one, if you were to be on in the Yekudi's shoe, how would you have felt? That you already told the public that Baba Mohbad is coming to come and defend that I'm with Yeye and tender, whatever. And then he did not show up. People from the other side of the women's side, they are writing, screaming, only for Baba Mohbad, for you to come out and say that Baba Mohbad has mental problems. You couldn't never utter that word that you said that only Baba Mohbad is Yabiri. That is not true. No, I'm not saying that you lied. That is not true. And I want you to hear me carefully. I'm choosing my words very, very carefully. You're my friend. I am not saying you lied. I am saying that word you just said is not true. And if you have anywhere on that very day that you could say Baba Mohbad is Yawiri, please throw it out to the open. And I will publicly come out and tell that apology to you. You're my friend now. So, and if you still want to scold me behind the scene, Goresi, you can come and scold me behind the scene. Like I said, I'm not coming for you just to, it is getting too much. A lot of people on TikTok, I discovered that TikTok is now, I thought TikTok as a new app is going to be for the intellectuals. It's like the Omalatas and Umbilicals. They are the one launching their account or whatever. And they are the one, the fracas people, they are the one taking over the justice for Mohbad, and they want to fractalize the whole thing. And that is why we are where we are today. Fractalizing the whole thing. We are only here for justice for Mohbad, not for personal reasons. Whatever things you have personal, whatever, put it aside. Let us focus on why we are here. So, that word you said, I did not hear where you could have said, talk that talk. And so let me continue to play.